First guest joining me at this time, indie pro wrestler, one of my good friends. She is Triple Threat Wrestling Radio's number one fan. She just pointed that out on many occasions. And I'm happy to have her to celebrate this milestone with me. I got Paris Kelly repping the LSD. She's with me right now. What's going on, Paris?
Not much. What about you?
I'm doing real good, and there's just no way, Paris, that I can do this milestone without you, considering how
Oh,
much, considering how much you have supported the show and me in particular, and I appreciate that. It's wrestlers, including wrestlers and fans such as you. You're the reason that you're one of the many reasons, if not the main reason, I'm still doing this show. Like I thought I was just gonna do this show for 1 year, and then I thought I was gonna do it for 2 years, and now here I am 3 years later on this exact day I'm still here. So it's because of you, Paris, and the wrestling industry. I'm still here. So I appreciate the
well,
support.
thank you. I'm really happy that the show is still going on. I'm going to support you through it all.
You have, and it's been quite a ride. It's been quite a journey. I mean, I interviewed you the first time a few years ago. It was you and Jenna, and then I
Mhm.
interviewed you on your own. And I've seen you evolve as a wrestler, and more importantly, as a person. At one point, you did internet radio once upon a time, but you've been focusing more on your wrestling career, and that's understandable. Um, and nowadays, you repping this group called the LSD. Um, and I will ask you this because I know you messaged me beforehand, so I'll try to avoid certain thing the best that I can. But I will ask you, considering it's you, it's Otto Bane, it's Cody Daniels, and I will start off by asking, how does it feel to be part of LSD? You being the only female, you representing for the ladies now. How does
Yep.
it feel to be a part of LSD?
It is great. I'm so happy that I'm with them. They have helped me grow as a person as far as in the ring and outside the ring. And I don't think I would be where I'm at now if it wasn't for them. They've helped me through everything, learning new moves and how to do things differently. And it's awesome to be a part of a group with both of them.
And I gotta say, anyone that's cool with you is cool with me. So if I haven't acknowledged it already, whether it's through Facebook or on the air, consider me a fan of LSD. Consider me a fan of Otto Bane. And consider me a fan of Cody Daniels. And to those two gentlemen, I extend this as an invitation to be interviewed on this show if they choose. Just message me, fellas, and we can make it happen. So
And
just
I'm sure they would love to do it. They
so
both love to talk.
so
you
it's
know.
like considering you're the only female, and you know how wrestling can be come across as male dominant. It seems like women wrestlers have to prove themselves. They have to work twice as hard. Does it does it come across as intimidating at times, considering you are the only female, like you have a chip on your shoulder, like you have something to prove?
I mean, um, that's a hard question. Yes and no. I mean, I like to prove to them that I can do the same things as them. Because I mean, I look at both of it equal. I mean, I don't think that a man could do anything different than a woman can. A woman can do just as much as a man can. So,
That's good. And what's more important in all this is that you're holding your own, and obviously they see you as an equal. They see you someone that can take this group to a whole nother level in the indie circuit, and which is why LSD is starting to become one of the the big name teams slash stables in the indie circuit in the South. So um, I know for a fact that LSD got some big things in store in 2014, moving forward. Um, and the last time I talked to you, Paris, you wrestled mostly in the Mississippi area. Now you wrestling in Tennessee and Ohio. I mean, you starting to become quite the traveler, Miss Paris Kelly. So that being said, how's it feel to get a chance to expand yourself to wrestle for other companies and going up against newcomers and things like that?
Oh, I love it. I think it's so much fun because you get to meet different people and how they became part of like the wrestling business and stuff like that. I love to hear the stories and get to go to different promotions, which will open up other doors for other promotions to go to. I mean, it's awesome. I love it.
That's awesome. And, me being a fan and all, I try to get some of my favorite wrestlers to come here, that is Kentucky, to wrestle. And you said you will accept bookings, you're willing to expand yourself. And, I guess from a wrestler standpoint, all all it takes is a booker or a promoter to contact you, or maybe to get high demand from fan base to get you booked to shows and things like that. I did hear that one of your good friends, and she's a good friend of mine, I'm going to be interviewing her later on this evening. Her name is Michelle Myers. She wrestles in Kentucky, and she says she likes to have you compete one time in the company that she works for, Kentucky's Own Wrestling. So, from a wrestler standpoint, exactly what does it take for someone like you to get booked a show outside of your area? Is it more the bookers and promoters reaching out to you, or is it like a high demand from fans, or is it balanced in both?
It's actually both. I mean, I like it if promoters would contact me, but I have a lot of fans that want me to go to Kentucky too. So, I mean, either way, I mean, I'll contact them or they can contact me because I have some family and friends that live in Kentucky. So they've been wanting to watch me wrestle there. So it's just for both.
Well, to Paris Kelly's family and friends that lives in Kentucky, if you got Facebook, yeah, and I'm sure a lot of them do, like you and myself, go to these Kentucky companies, whether it's KZW, whether it's UWF at Georgetown, Kentucky, or even Ohio Valley Wrestling for that matter. They do shows in Kentucky too. Please, I'm begging you, promoters, please book Paris Kelly so I can finally see her wrestle in person. I mean, you are on the top of my list of people that I want to see wrestle. Either that or maybe I will have to do the traveling. But since I do have a long term job, I can. It doesn't hurt for me to at least try to travel, expand myself outside of Kentucky shows. But I guess we'll see what happens. But hey, she is available. People book her to your wrestling shows, and you know what? You can book LSD too. Bring Idol, bring Cody,
Oh,
bring
yeah.
everybody. Bring everybody, and let's make it happen. So, Paris, we are days we moved from quite the WrestleMania, and I will give you my thoughts on it first. The only thing I did not like about it, and maybe I'm just saying this, Paris, because I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, and they play in the Superdome, and Hulk Hogan, the host of WrestleMania, mistakenly called the Superdome the Silver Dome. And I do want to thank the audience for letting Hogan know, dude, you got the name of the building wrong. But other than that, I enjoyed WrestleMania. I thought it was a fun event. Now, Paris, what is your take on WrestleMania 30 this past Sunday?
Well, I kind of expected more out of it, but I mean, as far as all the wrestling, I think it was okay. I'm happy that Daniel Bryan got the belt because I think he deserves it. But the Divas match wasn't so great to me. And I don't know why, it just kind of seemed it was all jumbled up. And everybody was just going like 100 miles an hour and didn't take their time. That's what I thought about it. But other than that, I mean, I think all the matches were decent and they were good. But like I said, I guess I was just expecting more. So it was kind of a letdown.
Well, I will say, as it pertains to the Divas match, I mean, I wasn't quite thrilled about it. I thought, my initial reaction when I heard what the type of match it was going to be, I thought it was going to be a train wreck. And I mean, it. God bless these women. I mean, they try, and there are some actual talented wrestlers in that division. But when you keep having AJ to carry the load, and you just rely solely on her, and you just think that other girls just gonna just sit to the side, let AJ do all the work, that's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a collective effort, and you know, Natalia, we know how good she is. We know some of the other talent they are, but I just you just can't rely on one person to carry the load. I mean, someone else has to step up. And after what I saw on Monday night, I'm starting to like this Paige girl. I watched some
Oh,
NXT,
yes.
and I'm curious to see more what she's got. I know she got a solid career on the indie circuit, so I'm curious to see that. But other than that, I thought WrestleMania. I left at least somewhat satisfied for the most part. And Daniel Bryan, he's having a good week. He's the new champ, and as of today, if not already, he's a married man. He's married to Brie Bella, so congrats to Daniel and Brie on that. Um,
Mhm.
so what are some upcoming shows you have coming up, Paris, that you would like to promote?
Well, tomorrow I will be with TWE, Total Wrestling Explosion, in Tunica, Mississippi, and I'm going to be having a strap match against Uber Destroyer. I think next weekend I will be back in Vaden, and one of the biggest matches I'm going to be having is going to be in June 20th, and I will be going against Shayna. I'm sure you probably heard of her. She did some stuff with TNA, and
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
be having a street fight in Ohio for first class wrestling.
Wow, your strap match, street fights. I mean, we're gonna get a chance. People gonna get a chance to see a whole different side of Paris. I mean, usually it's all Paris style, but now strap match, street fight. Now you about to get to see a whole different side of Paris Kelly like you never seen before. So everybody go check out the shows Paris mentioned. Check her out on Facebook. Check her out on Twitter as well, and Paris, it was fun getting caught up with you. And again, thank you for your support. And thank you
Mhm.
for calling in on the 3 year anniversary show. I appreciate it. And keep up the good work. And I repping LSD to the fullest. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Oh, one thing. And Friday, next Friday, I will be in Greencastle, Indiana. So you check that out.
Greencastle, Indiana. That's kind of close to me there. And oh, that's next Friday. Oh, I'm doing the show next week. Darn. If it was next
Oh,
Saturday, I'll definitely will have to start, canceling my other show for that night, and then I'll go to Indiana. But have a good
oh,
time, Paris. Enjoy yourself. Thank you again for your time.
thank you, and best of luck with your wrestling show. You know, I'll always support it.
I support you in LSD as well. You have a good night.